Hello, everybody. So nice to see you again. Thank you for stopping by to visit with me. I hope you're able to have some fun despite your busyness and in the midst of all the serious stuff. Today was a rather interesting day for me. My daughter had gone for an interview and she came back and shared with me what had transpired at the interview. She went into town to this very established multinational, international company, reputed to be more than 150 years old. So it's an old company, and yeah, supposed to be a very good company, I guess. And she went in for a very senior position. And of course, she had expectations when she went for the interview. But sadly, she was very disappointed. And she told me, that all that she had hoped for didn't materialize. And before she went for the interview, I was talking to her, and we were just analyzing, today's corporate world of empowerment, which is the subject for today, empowerment. And in her sharing, I began to go back to my life in my corporate environment. I remember in those days, I always empower my staff. I've always given them the flexibility to do what they knew they had to do for the good of the company, for the good of the client as well. And they were empowered in many, many ways. But this company that she went for interview seemed like very old school of thought. They emphasized that she has to report every minute detail to a manager who is not based locally, who's based somewhere else, but she has to report every minute detail. Now that's going to be a problem. And number two, there's no flexibility. You have to be at the office 9 sharp, and you cannot leave before 6. So it's a 9 to 6 job, no flexibility, non-negotiable. You have to be at the office at that time. So on these two areas already, I felt that, oh my, this is certainly not the modern corporate practice that we are now getting into. But anyway, everybody has their own way of running companies, and people do what they think is best. But as far as my daughter is concerned, I think she has made up her mind. In the 45 minutes of interview, I believe she has already decided that she's not going to join this company. Primarily because they do not really care for the staff's career development. It's just like they're engaging a person to do a job, and then that's it. And you've got to follow rules, and you've got to follow regulations, and other than that, just do as you're told. And as I said from the beginning, she didn't go in for a clerical job or a peon's job. It was a very senior position. So as far as she's concerned, and I truly support her and I agree, it doesn't work for her. It might work for other people, but not for my daughter. So I believe that empowerment is very, very important, to let the people, the staff of a company know ownership. They're doing something out of passion, out of a love for what they do, out of a love for the company and for the client. And I think that's one way of building a very successful career. Yeah? Okay, so that's all for today on empowerment. If you have the time and you feel the inclination to leave a comment, I would love to read what you have to say. And do come by to visit with me again. I promise. I'll be here waiting for you. Bye for now. Cheerio.